in the quiet shadows of a global empire. One man's story unfolds a testament to the power of silent strength and unwavering resolve. This isn't a tale of the loudest voice in the room, but of the steady hand that shaped a legacy. This is the story of Jim Walton, the quiet force behind the Walton fortune, and a lesson in how true power often works in silence. Have you ever felt overshadowed, like your contributions go unnoticed? Have you ever wondered if you need to be the center of attention to make a real impact? Jim Walton's life offers a profound answer. Born into the already burgeoning Walmart dynasty, it would have been easy to simply live in the shadow of his father, Sam Walton, a titan of retail. The world watched his older brother, Rob, take the public helm. But Jim chose a different path, one forged not in the limelight, but in the trenches of quiet dedication. His early life wasn't a pre-written script for success. While the family name opened doors, it also cast a colossal shadow, creating immense pressure. Imagine growing up knowing the world is watching, expecting you to replicate one of history's greatest entrepreneurial feats. The struggle wasn't against poverty, but against expectation. It was a fight to carve out his own identity, to prove his worth not by inheritance, but by action. He wasn't the charismatic frontman. He was the thoughtful strategist, the meticulous operator. This path required a different kind of courage, the courage to be unseen, to let results speak louder than words. Like a young eagle, he first had to learn the currents of his own sky. After graduating from the University of Arkansas, he didn't just step into a cushy corporate role at Walmart. He ventured into real estate, learning the nuts and bolts of investment and development. This period was his training ground, his time to strengthen his wings away from the family nest. He faced the complexities of the market, the risks, and the failures that come with any new venture. It was here, in these formative years, that he honed the financial acumen and disciplined approach that would later become his hallmark. He was building his own foundation, brick by quiet brick, preparing for a storm he knew was on the horizon. The true test came with the passing of his father, Sam Walton, and later, the transition of leadership within the family. While his brother Rob became the face of Walmart as chairman, Jim took on a different, yet equally critical, role. He stepped onto the Walmart board, but his true domain became the family's financial heart, Arvest Bank. This is where his quiet rise began. He didn't just manage the bank, he transformed it. Starting with a small, local institution, he began a steady, strategic expansion. His approach mirrored his father's retail philosophy: focus on underserved communities, offer real value, and grow with discipline. He didn't chase flashy, high-risk ventures. Instead, he built a regional banking powerhouse through careful acquisitions and a deep understanding of community needs. It was a masterclass in patient, sustainable growth. While the world was mesmerized by Walmart's global expansion, Jim was silently building another empire, one that provided the financial bedrock for the family's wealth and philanthropic efforts. Think of an eagle soaring high above. It doesn't flap its wings frantically. It finds the thermal currents, the invisible forces, and uses them to ascend with graceful efficiency. That was Jim's strategy. He understood the hidden currents of finance and community banking, and he used them to lift Arvest Bank to incredible heights, all while remaining almost invisible to the public eye. His time on the Walmart board was no less impactful. For over a decade, he provided a steady, guiding hand, bringing his unparalleled financial expertise to the table. He wasn't the one giving grand speeches at shareholder meetings. He was the one in the boardroom, asking the tough questions, analyzing the balance sheets, and ensuring the company stayed true to its core principles of value and efficiency. His influence was felt not in headlines, but in the company's sustained stability and growth. He was the anchor in the storm, the quiet force ensuring the massive ship stayed its course. His greatest achievement isn't just the billions he has managed or the banks he has built. It is the proof that success has many voices, and the quietest ones are often the most powerful. He demonstrated that you don't need to be the loudest person to lead. You don't need constant validation to have a monumental impact. His legacy is one of substance over style, of action over announcement. So, what can we learn from the life of Jim Walton? The first lesson is the power of finding your own lane. The world may pressure you to follow a certain path, to fit into a specific mold. But true strength lies in understanding your own unique talents and forging a path that aligns with them, even if it's less glamorous or visible. Jim knew he wasn't his father or his brother, and he embraced it. He found his power in finance, in strategy, and in quiet leadership. The second lesson is that storms are not something to be feared, but to be used. In business and in life, we will all face turbulence, challenges, and moments of doubt. The eagle doesn't fly away from the storm. It uses the powerful updrafts to soar higher than it ever could in calm weather. Jim faced the storm of immense expectation and the challenge of carving his own identity. He didn't run from it. He harnessed the financial principles he had mastered and used them to rise, building a legacy that stands strong against any wind. Your challenges, your struggles, they are the winds that can lift you to new heights if you learn how to navigate them. And finally, the most profound lesson is about the nature of true worth. Your value is not determined by the applause you receive or the recognition you get. It is determined by the impact you make, the stability you create, and the integrity with which you live. Jim Walton's story is a powerful reminder that you can change the world from the background. You can build empires in silence. Your contribution matters, whether it's seen by millions or just a few. So, as you face your own journey, remember the quiet eagle. Remember that your strength doesn't need to be loud. Your success doesn't need a spotlight. Trust in your unique abilities, be disciplined in your efforts, and have an unshakable belief in the path you've chosen. No matter how dark the sky may seem, or how loud the thunderclaps, know this: you were born with the strength to rise above it. You were born to soar. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more content that empowers you to reach your highest potential. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep soaring.